Are you actually kidding me right now? What is this thing? Honestly. Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel, and hello if you're new. So today's video is going to be on these Tati Beauty little blendiful sponges that she came out with. When I heard she was coming out with these, I had to pick them up and review them for you guys. I even watched her little video that she had on them and I was like, oh yes, I need those. But yeah, so I did almost my entire face using these two sponges. So I don't know if it's good or bad. You guys will have to watch the video and see how I feel about them, but I think it's super cool, super innovative, and I think it's really creative that she came out with these. I think it's a really cool and unique idea, and I definitely think more brands are going to be coming out with these in the future now that she launched these little blendifuls. Also, before we hop into the video, please don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and leave me a little comment in the comment section down below. If you are a new subscriber, I would love to say hello, welcome you to the channel, and also don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up. And yeah, so let's hop into my Tati Beauty Blendiful review. Okay, so I have my little Blendiful here. I have not opened it, I've not touched it, felt it, anything. I really love the packaging. It's super cute. It's very simple. It's obviously, I know she said it was supposed to be like eco-friendly, very simple packaging. I love how it says no harsh lines, XO's Tati. So it says machine wash in a dry delicates laundry bag or gently hand wash in warm soapy water and blot dry. So it's made out of 100% polyester. So I think it's really cool too that you can throw it in the laundry, which is, I don't know, kind of really unique because obviously you can't do that with a normal beauty sponge. I also put up her website right here just to read, you know, a little bit about it. It's called the Blendiful. It retails for $18 and you actually get two sponges, which we'll open up and see. There's a bigger one and there's a little one in here. And it's supposed to be the like one makeup applicator that you need. So it can do your primer, foundation, concealer, bronzer. It's literally supposed to do every single thing, your powder. So I think it's really cool. It's a really unique and innovative idea, which I really respect. So obviously I don't know how it is, but really so far I really do like it, like the whole idea behind it. I think it's really cool because we haven't really seen anything like this in the beauty industry, at least that I can think of. You know, there's obviously the typical beauty blenders, but this is something completely different. It's kind of a beauty blender 2.0, if you will. So pulling them out, ooh, they're very soft. Okay, so this is what comes in there. So you get a bigger one, which is like a little like rounded triangle. I think this is super cute. You know, it's very easy to hold, and then you get a little mini Blendiful, which is like a little heart. So super cute. Like I said, they are made out of polyester. So this is what they look like up close. I'm gonna go ahead. She actually explains on the product, in the product description, she has little pictures and she actually explains how to use it for every step, which is really helpful. So I'm just gonna kind of go through that as we get started here. It says step number 1 is primer. Banish the appearance of pores and fine lines by using a pressing motion with a blurring primer. So in this picture, she's using the Big Blendiful. So for my primer, I'm going to be using my Maybelline Master Prime in the Blur and Smooth one. And she actually has like pictures of how she's using it. I think I'm going to like put the primer on my face and then like go in and press it in. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to try this. I have this headband in to keep my hair back. It's kind of looking a hot mess. Okay, and then she's just holding it like this and like literally just pressing it in. It just feels so wrong, you know what I mean? Like it's dry. I feel like I'm just like taking a cloth and wiping all the primer away, but you're just used to like a wet sponge because this is just dry. This is straight out of the bag. Should probably wash it first, but no, nobody got time for that around here. Actually, there's hardly any primer on here. Like you can obviously see where I was patting, but you guys, like literally no primer is coming off of my fingers whatsoever, and it's still all on my face, which is really weird. I kind of figured that like I dab it, you know, and dab it in and it would kind of like be all on here and not really on my face, but literally I think almost every ounce of primer that I put on my face is still on here, which is very strange. So moving on to step number 2, we have foundation. I'm really nervous for this. So it says easily glide on foundation with a sweeping or buffing motion to achieve a flawless airbrushed look. For foundation, I'm going to use my Maybelline Dream Urban Cover Full Coverage Foundation. So this is in 220 Natural Beige. I'm just going to squeeze this like on the back of my hand and then like pick it up with the Blendiful. So she's still using the big one for this. She just looks like she's sweeping it on, so just gonna pick it up. and sweep. Okay, let me zoom in a little bit for you guys if I can. Okay. There we go. That's better. Now you can really see my skin, which I definitely love. That was so quick and easy. It does look really good. It does not look heavy. It really, ew. That's gross. I'm kind of waiting to pop this until tonight, but ignore that. But it does not look heavy or cakey so far on my skin whatsoever. Obviously, I have foundation on here, but it's not like really holding it. You know what I mean? Like there's foundation, but it's not really like in there. So I feel like it's not soaking really any product up. I'm going to go ahead and do the same thing. Squirt another little bit on the back of my hand and then do the other half of my face. I'll do this one close up so you guys can see. It really does just like make it so quick. Okay, so I'm gonna also put a little bit on my neck just because I always kind of take my foundation down my neck here. It just makes the process so quick. I think this is also really good for the neck because it takes you like just 2 seconds. Okay, so here is my skin after applying the foundation with the Blendiful. I think it looks really good. Obviously, this foundation is a little bit of medium coverage. I don't think it took away from any of the coverage of the foundation. This is also what the Blendiful is looking like after doing my entire face with foundation. It left a little foundation, but really almost every ounce of foundation that I squeezed out is on my face. So I really like that. I don't think it really soaked up any product. I think my skin really looks amazing. Like in person, it looks so even. It does not look cakey whatsoever. I'm honestly a little shocked because I really didn't know what to expect from this so far. So now we're going to move on to concealer, which I'm nervous for. I'm honestly nervous for every single step because this is just so weird and so different, but we're going to move on. Step number 3, concealer. It says use the pointed tip. Oh, I've been using the pointed tip. Use the pointed tip to easily lay down a smooth and even amount of concealer where precision is needed. So we're going to try it both ways. I'm going to put my concealer on like normal on one eye, and then we're going to also like put it on the Blendiful and blend it out that way too. So we'll start with this eye. We'll blend it out. That was kind of a lot of Shape Tape, but kind of put my finger in it like this, make it smaller, and blend it out. I don't know if I should sweep or tap. Are you kidding me? Are you actually kidding me right now? What is this thing? Honestly, are you kidding me? Like, look at that. Flawless. Literally flawless. It's a little hard to get into the creases, which you can always go in with a brush, but oh my gosh, that was Tarte Shape Tape, and my concealer looks amazing right now. Like, it does not look heavy in any area whatsoever. It's literally flawless. Like, it looks better than if I were to use a beauty sponge, like wet. That looks really good. I'm gonna try it this way, just whatever, you know, we gotta play around with it. I'm gonna put the concealer on here and do it that way, so hold on. This is gonna be hard. Let me get my finger in here again, and then I'm just gonna I guess just put a little bit like that on there and then go ahead and lay it down. Again, it's so quick. I always prime my eyelids with concealer, so I always put concealer on my lids, and it's just so fast and easy. That's what I love about this, is it's so quick. It's not like it looks nice, but it's kind of like a hassle to do. So this looks exactly the same. It looks amazing. I cannot get over it. I'm a little blown away. I'm just going to go ahead and do my chin right here. Cover this up and a little bit around my nose. I'm tapping. Like I said, I don't know if you're supposed to tap or sweep with this. Don't mind my face. It's a little red right now. I popped this. I was like trying to put makeup over it, and I was like, you know what? I'm just going to pop it. I know I really shouldn't right now, but acne is like one thing, or pimples one thing, but a whitehead, that's another thing. That's just, they gross me out. So I didn't want you guys to have to look at that. So I popped it. And it's just red right now, but hopefully it'll go away. So for primer, foundation, and concealer, this has been amazing. So let's see how it does for contour, which is step number 4, contouring. It says fold in half around your finger. Use a striping motion to pick up and lay down your contour to the angles of your face, then softly buff out the edges. So I'm going to use a different little corner of this. I'm just going to kind of, you know what I mean, use it like this for my contour. That way we just don't use the same point. I'm going to take my Physicians Formula Organic Wear Sculpting Bronzer, and I guess I'm just going to put it on here. I don't know, this just, once again, this feels so wrong. I'm just going to brush it on here. She didn't really say a specific motion to use. She said lay it down and then buff out the edges. So I kind of feel like I should have put it on my face first. I think I definitely should have. But, I mean, it does work like this too, honestly. It is coming off. So we're going to try this side by putting it on first and then like buffing out the edges like she says to do. Also with my forehead, I'm just going to kind of do this, like kind of push it up, because I usually buff up with my contour. For cream bronzer, this is what it is looking like. I do think it looks really pretty. Honestly, for this, I think I would prefer to use a brush. I don't know, I definitely think it does work. I just think, in my opinion, I don't know, something about using my brush, I think you can make it a little bit more precise. I don't know, I do really like this. It's just something that I think that I would rather use my brush, but it definitely still does work really well for. I mean, my bronzer looks perfectly fine. Just application wise, I feel like a brush is just a little bit more convenient to use. I also think that's partly because I like to use a brush over a beauty sponge anyway, so it's not like I prefer to use a beauty blender over a brush. So I think that maybe if you prefer to use a beauty sponge to blend out your cream contour, you would really like this for that. But just for me, I'm a brush person. I think it just works best with cream products like that. Moving on to step number 5, which is powder. So this says dip into your favorite powder and use a patting motion to lay down product for an airbrush locked in finish. For powder, you guys already know what I'm going to use. This is the Rimmel London Stay Matte Loose Face Powder, and I'm just going to pour a lot of it into the cap here like this, and we're gonna lay some down. Let's see, I'm just gonna dip in and lay it down. I am so blown away by this. I just can't get over it. Like, I just feel like I'm repeating myself because it's just like, this is so good. This is making my skin look so airbrushed. She even says to lay down product for an airbrush locked in finish. I mean, you know, products will say that and you're like, yeah, airbrushed, right? But like, literally, my skin looks airbrushed right here. I hope my camera is picking it up, because it's literally pressing it right into my skin. Nothing is laying on top. There's hardly any powder on here. I mean, there's a little bit, but it's not really holding on to it. It's just pressing it in, and nothing is looking heavy or cakey whatsoever. Okay, so this is how my skin is looking after the powder. My skin is so matte. I mean, this is a matte powder, but it's so matte and airbrushed and just like, yeah, it's just so flawless. Like, I mean, for my skin, it's obviously not flawless. It's still textured and everything, but it's as flawless really as it can be for the products that I use. Like, so before we move on to step number 6, which is highlight, I'm gonna go ahead and powder bronze my skin, because I didn't really love like the I don't know, I always apply powder with cream, like I never just cream bronze. So I'm gonna go ahead, bronze up my skin and do some blush, and then I'll be back to do some highlight with you guys. So let's move on to highlight. This is where the little baby cute heart-shaped blendiful comes into play. It says taking an angled side, dab on cream or powder highlight to the places you want to glow, and she is holding it like this. I'll insert the picture so that way you guys can see. No, it's this way she's holding it. So I actually don't own any cream highlights, but I am going to use this one. I used this in my first impressions, and I was like, oh, it's very natural, it's very pretty, it's not very beaming. And then I used it over the weekend, and I was like, okay, maybe I just had to get the first layer off or something. But this is the Revlon Skin Lights highlighter in the shade Daybreak Glimmer. So this is a beautiful highlight. It has a very soft, kind of creamy consistency, so I thought that this would be perfect for it. I'm going to stick my finger in like this and just kind of use the little hump of the heart, and we're gonna pick some up and apply it. I'm gonna apply it on my nose first, actually. That was kind of a lot. Applied a lot on my nose. We're definitely gonna have to fix that, but I thought I was gonna apply it on my cheek first, so I picked up a lot. But let's see. I don't know whether to sweep or pat. I feel like I should like pat everything because it's like a brush. Or I can do light sweeping motions, I guess. It does work both ways. Wow. I've literally said that, I think, after I apply everything. Like, wow. But that's really how I feel. Like, that's my first impressions. It's just like, oh my goodness. wow, this is so good. I love too how it makes it look so natural. Like you can't see a strip. It just looks like your cheeks are naturally glowing. You know what I mean? Whereas a brush, sometimes you can get that like line. This is just kind of just makes it look like your skin. Well, that is all the steps using the Blendiful. This is what my skin is looking like. I'm not going to do any eye makeup or anything just because I feel like it's very glowy. I want you guys to focus on the skin. My thoughts and opinions on the Tati Beauty Blendiful. I definitely give this a 10 out of 10. This thing is incredible, you guys. So thank you guys so much for watching this review on the Tati Beauty Blendiful sponges. Definitely let me know what you think if you try them, what your thoughts and opinions are on them down below. Opinions are on them in the comments down below. I'd love to hear what you guys thought. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye, guys.